I mean, if we think about, just gender in a very conventional way, then the sun is the masculine, right? And the sun is a purpose, is shining bright, is doing, going, and has this everlasting life form that just is existing. And the moon represents the feminine, and the moon is supposed to symbolically unveil mysteries and life's hidden messages and intuition and the unseen. And so, we have the balance of the light and the dark. And I think that, for those that don't feel intuitive or they don't know about the messages, it's intuition and living magically and all that stuff it's really just the art of listening. And the more that we distract ourselves and the more that we're intaking information and the more we're not listening. And the universe is always speaking to us, and the universe for sure speaks to you loud and clearly. It's just about how do we listen to that? And sometimes we can become out of touch with it. It's really normal to become out of touch with it. There's days where I feel extremely intuitive and everything's amazing, and there's days where there's not. And I remember I met this guy. I was eating at Sage in Ubud, and there was this guy that I was telling him, I teach, I have an intuition course and it's really popular. And he's like, oh my God, you're really intuitive. I love living intuitively. And I was like, yeah, tell me, what's your experiences? Tell me about what you're talking about. And then he's like, okay, well, this one day, I decided that I was going to listen to my intuition, and I had the most magical day ever. And he basically told me that he woke up and didn't have a plan, and he just wanted to go for a walk. And then he went on this walk and he just ran into an old friend, and then it was just great and he had a good time. And then he just went to the restaurant that he wanted to go to, and he had a great meal. And it was just a series of mundane events. For me, it just didn't seem very magical, but to him it was the best day ever. And
That's his experience.
And he kept saying all these magical things were happening day after day. It was just this flow of how it was unraveling. And I think that that's what intuition is. It's just a yes. It's just a listening. It's just a knowing.